The Galactic Council chambers hummed with the harmonious frequencies of a dozen species as Ambassador HFY delivered the verdict that would echo through the cosmos for centuries to come. The human species, the crystalline Vorthak announced, their voice resonating through the vast amphitheater, is hereby banned from all Council territories effective immediately. Their unpredictable nature poses too great a risk to galactic stability. Captain Sarah Chen watched from the observation deck as murmurs of agreement rippled through the assembly. The Kalari delegation clicked their approval with chitinous mandibles, while the gaseous Nephilim pulsed satisfied blues and greens. Even their supposed allies, the Terranian Republic, remained conspicuously silent. Unpredictable, Sarah muttered, her jaw clenched. They call us unpredictable because we don't bow to their 1,000-year-old bureaucracy. The charges against humanity had been as numerous as they were petty. Violation of Protocol 47B for excessive innovation in prohibited sectors. Breach of the non-interference doctrine for premature technological advancement. Most damning. Of all, failure to respect established hierarchical structures, after humanity had dared to question why the Vorthak, despite being one of the youngest council species, held permanent seats while others waited millennia for consideration. As the council session concluded and the great doors sealed humanity's fate, Sarah activated her neural implant. Command. This is Phoenix 1. The vote is final. Begin Operation Exodus. 3 months later, the first reports reached the Council's intelligence networks. Human colonies previously scattered across the outer rim of known space had gone dark. Not destroyed, simply absent. Where bustling trade stations and mining operations had once thrived, only empty space remained. Councillor Thekvar of the Terranian Republic was the first to voice concern. Perhaps we should investigate these disappearances. The humans were valuable trading partners despite their eccentricities. HFY's crystalline form shimmered dismissively. They've likely retreated to their homeworld in shame. Good riddance. But humanity hadn't retreated. They had done something far more audacious. Dr. Marcus Webb stood on the observation deck of Prometheus Station, gazing out at the construction yards that stretched beyond the horizon. Massive cylindrical structures, each the size of a small moon, rotated slowly in the void. The ARC project had consumed every resource humanity could muster, but it was finally nearing completion. Status report, Elena, Marcus called to his chief engineer. Elena Vasquez materialized as a hologram beside him, her digital consciousness uploaded 3 years ago after a mining accident. Death was no longer an obstacle to human progress. ARC ships 7 through 12 are operational. The quantum fold drives are performing beyond specifications, and the ecosystem pods are maintaining perfect atmospheric balance. We're ready for the next phase. Marcus nodded, then opened a channel to Earth. Admiral Chen, this is Prometheus Station. We're go for Revelation Protocol. On Earth, Sarah, now Admiral after humanity's forced reorganization, stood in the restored NORAD facility that served as their new command center. Banks of quantum computers hummed around her, processing data from across human space. Copy. That Marcus. Initiating Revelation Protocol in 3, 2, 1. Across the galaxy, space itself seemed to shiver. Ancient hyperspace beacons, thought to be decorative relics left by the mythical predecessors, suddenly blazed to life. But these weren't predecessor artifacts. They were human constructions, camouflaged and seeded throughout Council space over the past 50 years of exploration. The beacons synchronized, creating a network that dwarfed anything the Council had ever imagined. And through this network came humanity's response to their exile. Ambassador HFY was in the middle of a routine trade negotiation when every screen in the Council chambers activated simultaneously. The familiar face of Admiral Sarah Chen appeared, her expression calm but unmistakably confident. "Greetings, Galactic Council," Sarah began, her voice carried by quantum entanglement across impossible distances. "I bring regards from the Terran Federation and our new allies." The camera pulled back to reveal the bridge of a massive vessel, its architecture clearly human, but incorporating design elements from dozens of species. Beings that the Council had never seen before worked alongside humans at various stations. Tall, graceful creatures with feathered crests, stocky beings with metallic skin, and others that defied easy categorization. You see, Sarah continued, while you debated our worthiness, we've been busy. Beyond your borders, beyond your maps, lie entire sectors of space populated by species you've never contacted. Species that your careful expansion protocols would have taken millennia to reach. We found them in 3 years. Counselor Thekvar leaned forward, his blue skin paling. That's impossible. Your surveys show what you expected to find, Sarah interrupted smoothly. You map systems one at a time, establish colonies with century-long approval processes, and expand at the speed of bureaucracy. We map entire sectors, establish first contact protocols that prioritize communication over categorization, and expand at the speed of necessity. The display shifted to show star charts marking thousands of systems, trade routes connecting distant civilizations, and construction yards where vessels of impossible size took shape. The Zephyrians taught us their dimensional folding techniques, Sarah explained as the camera focused on the feathered beings. The Durgan Collective shared their matter compression technology. The metallic-skinned creatures nodded in acknowledgement. 47 species have joined our Federation in the past year alone, not through conquest or coercion, but through mutual respect and shared progress. Zexhi's crystalline form had shifted to a deep red, a sign of distress among the Vorthak. You cannot simply create a galactic government? The proper procedures, the treaties, the proper procedures, Sarah said, her voice hardening, are the chains you've used to bind the galaxy to your vision of order. While you spent 3 months debating whether to ban us, we spent 3 months liberating entire civilizations from isolation. The display changed again, showing massive ring structures orbiting stars, their surfaces gleaming with cities and forests. We call them Eden rings, Sarah explained. Artificial worlds capable of supporting billions. We're building them in every system that requests them. Our new allies no longer need to compete for habitable planets. We create them. The Council. Chambers erupted in chaos. Representatives shouted questions, demands, and threats in a dozen languages, but Sarah's voice cut through the noise with calm authority. The Terran Federation formally requests diplomatic recognition from the Galactic Council. We have no desire for conflict, but we will not be ignored. Our borders now encompass 17 sectors of space. Our population exceeds 2 trillion beings across 49 species. Our technological capabilities. She paused, and every light in the council chambers flickered. Are considerable. As if to emphasize the point, the massive viewport behind the council dais shimmered, revealing not the familiar starfield of the core systems, but the hull of a human vessel so vast it blotted out the stars. Elegant script along its side read, UHFS Prometheus, United Human Federation Ship. You have 48 hours to respond, Sarah concluded. After that, we begin establishing trade relationships with individual council species directly. Suspect many will find our terms more agreeable than current arrangements. The transmission ended, leaving the council in stunned silence. Counselor Thekvar was the first to speak. How did they build all of this? The resources alone would require... They didn't build it all, Zexhi whispered, their form now a pale, shimmering white. They unified it. They took scattered civilizations and made them into something greater. 3 days later, the first council species formally requested to join the Terran Federation. Within a month, 17 more had followed. The humans hadn't conquered the galaxy. They had simply shown it a better way to exist. And in the end, the council that had banned humanity found itself applying for membership in the civilization that humanity had built among the stars.